Hey, welcome back. It's December 1 and it's one of my favorite months of the year itself. Just because, number 1, it's cold. Number 2, it's cold. Number 3, it's cold. I like the month itself because it's really cold. Why not? And we are going to talk about business today. If you really are not a person who want to start a business or not so much interested in business, my best advice is scroll down, start binging some other video. But we are talking business today, and I'm gonna tell you guys something which you might don't know, but still. Okay, before we start the vlog itself, I'm gonna say this. It's gonna be hard to hear, but still, I'm gonna say this. Hard work is not so much important in this leveraged world. Wait, before you start raging at me, let me explain. The irony is, you need hard work in this modern society, but it's not the most important thing to start a business or maybe to do something different itself. We live in a world where there are a lot of options to choose anything. For example, when you take a tech business, there's Apple, there's Samsung, there's OnePlus. When you come to food business, there's McDonald's, there's KFC, there's Burger King. Let us take a simple example where a guy is working at a food restaurant or a fast food chain. He's probably working really, really hard than me or you, but at the same time he doesn't get the money or financial output to the input that he gives, right? He probably works for at least 10 hours a day. Let's just assume it for an example, and believe me or not, 10 hours a day is really hard work when you're doing something, because I spent way more less time in doing a vlog than him itself. Hence, the amount of hard work is not equal to the amount of output. Whatever you do in life will not give you a linear output to the input that you give. That is, I believe that my own vlogs are worth at least 1 million views, but the reality is, maybe you yourself check it out. And on the other side, anything that gives you linear output or money in simple terms to the input that you give itself, you will probably not be rich, or you will be rich only in the grave. We live in a world where internet sector is booming more than the manufacturing sector. To say the least, the internet revolution is happening. In this whole era of human revolution itself, it's never been so easy to start a business with the scale or power that you have in the internet itself. To explain it in your terms, when you watch a food review or food vlogger itself, you might have heard this in the interview of the restaurant's owner itself, and he'll say that my business has been running for the past 25 years or past 30 years, and he says that only because of that I have been successful, and a lot of people have been coming here for the past 15 years or something like that. But with the help of all this internet revolution, we can try to break that proportionality, or you can get a lot of people or scale for your business itself in less amount of time. If you're asking how, with all the social, I don't have to say it, you already know it. This diagram is actually funny because this is the first time ever in my life I have used my physics knowledge to explain something. Okay, the reason I mentioned the leveraged world, because in olden days, let's assume this is a fixed surface and there's a block over here. This is supposed to be the lever over here, which separates the man-made hours or labor itself and the money or financial output he's getting. So in the olden days, since this is a fixed surface, you can't move this lever left side or right side. That is, the amount of labor or work he puts in is directly proportional to the amount of money he gets back from the business. But this is changing in our modern society, where we have got a moving surface. The main thing that I'm pointing out over here is, we are trying to keep our lever over here in such a way that our work is proportional to the money that we get. But no, our society has been changed in a way that to keep the lever over here or to move it to the right side so that your workmanship goes down and the money part goes up. It's actually funny how I got this story itself, because I took my phone to order some food from Swiggy itself, and I came to know this restaurant that is nearby my house. And you know what's funny? For the past 8 years that I have been living in the house, never in my life I have seen that restaurant itself. What I'm trying to point out is that Swiggy has leveraged his business with the help of internet, while the guy who is working at the restaurant or doing the business is working so hard every day in order to boom his business, while look at Swiggy doing like easy peasy lemon squeezy. I'm assuming very few people are over here, or maybe the guys who are really into business. If you're asking me, okay, you have told me all these leverage things, and or try to leverage the business, or try to move the lever to the right in whatever I'm doing, I think that has to be decided by you, and you yourself do it, because my responsibility is to give you the idea or to make you know that there's something like this out over there in the world itself.